Okay. So let's do some reminders from last session, as we thankfully will not have any buttered rum or lung talk in the recording.
Buttered lung?
Apart from that.
Buttered lung. You never had a buttered lung, Carl? It's a classic Birmingham
Not a
tradition.
fan of offal.
Is it similar to a ripe lung?
No, you get a lung, right? You cook it down until it's mostly kind of fried. Then
Pace. Look, let's just not think about this.
Okay, I'm actually not sure what the emphasis was on the first reminder here, but in all caps, it's either fuck time or fuck time. And
Oh, that's me.
Oh, okay.
And it's both.
And it's both. Alan's not wrong.
Oh yeah, fuck time, boys.
So either he wants to have an orgy, he wants to fuck Akatosh, or he wants to destroy Akatosh. One of the three.
Have an orgy with Akatosh while planning to destroy him.
Yeah.
Why are you also
Have you ever fucked someone so hard you destroyed them
after that,
yes, but
don't forget to explode that warehouse.
Yes, I want to do that.
Jomo is having a lovely back massage. Revere is heading to the Bardic College / scene of murder. Castle Dower was set on fire last night. Nearly Naked Nord is in town. Summon a Deirdre, ? Which is technically grammatically incorrect because the singular is Deirdroth. Bad last week, Ewan. And, Yuhnbric wants to finish building anti-reality messing device. And I hope you've noted down where you were with that this time, Ollie.
We've got all the components, I just need to build it now.
Cool. And the Catclop manhunt is ongoing, which means that Catclop is functionally probably out of it for the last 2 sessions. Which was clarified with you last week. And you
It was.
I will reiterate that you have a standing offer open if you want to skip over to playing an NPC instead of a character who's just not doing anything for the next 2 weeks.
Murder spree!
Bar number 2.
I like that I've written in the background there somewhere.
Nazim!
So, it sounds like either Team Khajiit, -1, or Revere are probably our first players of the evening, as they didn't get that much done last time. Which of you want to go first?
I can go first.
Go for it.
Whoop.
Okay. So, you're walking up, whistling merrily, I presume, on your way to the Bardic College, right?
Yep. Totally oblivious.
Yeah, the town seems to be slightly, one sec. I didn't get Catclop's character sheet out, though. There we go. Yeah, the town seems to be slightly tense this morning. You see a lot more guards out on the streets. Bleh. Many of them coughing for some reason. You do, however, have no major issues proceeding to the upper quarter of Solitude, and thence to the Bardic College, though the guards seem to intensify in numbers the closer you get to it. Almost as soon as you walk on the college grounds, before you've even really considered, how are you supposed to find Ildi, I want to say her name was, you are immediately accosted by 2 guards who have been given an extremely good description of you, your mannerisms, and even the way you walk. Here, did you give your name when you were at the college?
I think I did, actually.
Yeah.
I think you introduced both of us, so...
Yeah. Well, I introduced you with Catclop.
Mr. Revere, you are under arrest for the trafficking of dangerous animals and potential manslaughter.
Whoa! Guys, hang on. What's all this about?
Did you or did you... Ooh, sorry.
Oh, no, carry on.
Did you or did you not sell a saber-toothed cat hair, name of Catclop, yesterday afternoon?
Well...
Sidebar, technically he addressed him as a saber-tooth, when in reality he's a cinch, so you wouldn't be lying if you said no.
I can't really care about the distinction.
Carl, you would make an excellent lawyer.
Yes, but he's completely harmless. Like, he's barely alive. He can hardly think for himself.
I'm afraid that yesterday evening he murdered the bardic headmaster. We found what remained of his face scattered over his favourite rug. And then leapt off into the night.
Now, can I just say... Okay. Oh,
I know
shit.
it looks bad.
I know it looks bad, but look, number one, okay. Can't be murder. He's not sentient.
No, that's why you're being charged with manslaughter.
Number two... you can't accuse me of one crime and then change the sentence. You arrested me on false pretense there, my friend.
He actually arrested you on manslaughter.
Shit.
And suspicion of trafficking in
It
dangerous
was
animals.
Suspicion of manslaughter and
I just
trafficking
want
in
to point
dangerous
out,
animals.
why is it whenever Nick appears in this semi-penultimate session, things really go to shit?
Okay, number two, Cat Claw wasn't in my possession at the time. I sold it to Headmaster, whatever his name is.
Yeah, that's
And-
what you're being done for.
So
Keep on digging! Keep on digging!
Who is at fault here? I
Well.
kept Cat Claw in good hands and good health all the way over from Helgen over to Solitude, and he didn't even eat a single soul.
Right.
That's a lie.
Would you
Really?
like...
That's a lie.
I'm kind of like backing away slowly as my hands are up.
Yeah, there's kind of like a cordon of guards that's quietly materialized behind you as you check your peripheral vision. Would you like the good news or the bad news, sir?
Well, I guess the good news.
The good news is, I would say, with that confession that you did in fact sell the dangerous cat, you're probably going to get an easy sentence from the judge, at least if you stick with this line.
It was only dangerous after I sold him.
I mean, this is all really good stuff. And the bad news, I'm afraid, the bad news, I'm afraid, is that I think we're going to be carting you off straight to the jail at Castle Dower.
This is the idea of a guard going, that's some good shit, but save it for later.
I can't believe he's done this. I can't believe he's robbed me of the chance to say it. I've wanted to say it to a murder suspect for so long. That bastard.
Now, will you come quietly, or will we have to use our weapons?
I look around to the assembled guards and you're really making a mistake, you know. I'm a proud son of Skyrim. You wouldn't treat a son of Skyrim like this, would you?
The guard kind of shakes his head sadly. No, I can tell from the accent, Markarth. You know, my cousin's from there.
Do you have any cousins from Helgen?
Well, almost everyone's got cousins in Helgen.
And apparently
Helgen
Helgen
place.
relatives.
Helgen is the lifeblood of Skyrim. Everyone knows this. Yeah, but, you know, that doesn't put you above the law. Who do you think you are, Elfric's Stormcloak?
If only. I mean, if only that I could have not committed such crimes that I did not commit.
The eye slats on the guard's helmet narrow. Right. Alright. Bjorn, cuff him. This is your last moment if you want to resist, or if you're just going to go with it. There are quite a lot of them, so I'm not suggesting resistance, but...
If Revere dressed up in heavy enough, and I say the term lightly, furs, and covered his face with a mask, would people just assume he's human-ish?
No, he's got a tail and backwards jointed legs.
Yeah, but you can hide it underneath a coat or something like that.
I've got forward jointed legs.
Given human is
Yeah,
not
forwards
the
into that.
default race in Skyrim, people would probably not assume he was human. They'd probably just assume he was shady as fuck. Which,
But
you
it's
know,
just like the fact that most Khajiit don't consider... Like, they aren't from the area, right? So, like, what I'm trying to say is, should there a way that he could feasibly pass himself off as a Skyrimian?
Nord, with extreme difficulty, and it would not stand up to more than a cursory look. Honestly, there's a lot of physiological differences.
Yeah, that's a no-go. I'm going to go with the guards.
Okay.
Oh, my dad's called Bjorn.
So too is a great percentage of the population of Skyrim.
I just tried to find common ground.
Yeah, they treat you reasonably well. It seems like you're sort of an uncaring mook, or ignorant mook at the very least. But sadly, yeah, you are still definitely guilty of this crime. And you are carted off to the dungeons beneath Castle Dower. As you enter, having spent the entire walk down from Upper Solitude to Lower Solitude, winding through the streets, trying desperately to find common ground, you discover that nearly all of your entourage of guards is in fact named Bjorn. Unfortunately, this does not give you any great clout despite your father's name, and indeed your surname, which several of them share. I suppose technically it's a patronym. Yes, as you approach Castle Dower, you see two things. One is a huge plume of great black smoke billowing out from inside. And the other is, you know what, Benji, it's your character. Where would you like to have Arnulf conveniently positioned so that in the morning he sees Revere being march of shamed into the fort?
So that, having made my escape to the north, having made my escape from the situation of setting everything on fire, I'm going to position myself on the rampart so that I have plausible deniability about what's happened.
Fair. Yes, I think you got back to your barracks last night, so it's perfectly fine for you to have had a little bit of a sleep and then turned up for the barracks in what is probably your duty. I mean, who's even checking at this point? Someone set fire to a huge section of the castle, and that has caused structural issues.
Who would do such a thing?
A couple of dozen people suffocated to death from the horrifying smoke, including the elderly quartermaster.
What is coming on?
And they're gingerly currently trying to move weapons out of the primary armory, which was right next to the room which was sabotaged and very obviously burnt down. And due to the structural problems that Castle Dower is now having, at least in that area where it's kind of built into the mountain, they're concerned that at any moment the entire room might collapse and take half their stock with it. You are up on the ramparts, where you make eye contact with Revere as he is frog-marched inside.
Do I make eye contact with... Oh, yeah, I suppose with us.
Yeah, yes, you do make eye contact with me. That's great.
Do indeed. Sorry, I see it's going to get spoon real quick. Talk about yourselves for 2 seconds.
Talk.
Whoa. I had this lined up, by the way.
I'm really sorry, Callum.
I love how Nick in the I just suppose there is a term for the one before the penultimate, the triumph. But
I think there was. I think we saw it before.
Didn't we have a whole conversation about
yeah.
this?
Yeah, we did actually.
It's pen. It's
Yeah, we did actually.
Didn't we?
stuff, isn't it?
Why does my gift not play?
But the fact of the matter is, Nick always, on about the third to last session, always seems to do something which causes the entire campaign to turn 180 degrees in its head.
Point of the cast conversation we had last time.
Yeah, you actually said it last week as well. I just listened to the recording. Sorry, I needed a spoon. I put too much coconut butter in this and I'm having to...
Anti-penultimate, that's the one.
Feels not correct. Cool. Revere and/or Arnulf, do either of you have any reaction to suddenly seeing each other at this distance?
So I'm going to not betray my position and not react in case anyone's watching. But I will make a mental note of the fact he's been captured.
I'm going to stay quiet, but look very disappointed and angry in him.
Yeah, you can see the Imperial Dragon blazing proudly on his chest. And,
Revere? Arnulf, what have you done?
Alita. We'll discuss this. We'll talk about this when we get home, young man.
And with that, in goes Revere. Team Khajiit, what were you up to this fine morning?
Can't remember. Do I have a way of communicating to Carl without broadcasting?
Yeah, I think you can both speak Tagra.
Deal.
Tagra.
Sir, would you be willing to lead a trail of flammables to the warehouse? We have run out of muscle.
But I like it here. It is nice. I get back rubs. Come, you shall have a back rub too. Enjoy. Yes, sit.
We only have one more night of this place.
And one more night it shall be.
You've got
A nice, easy operation.
I think 2 days left on the deadline, so theoretically you could squeak it.
Okay, so what if we did the thing and then came back for the rest of the time?
Well, yes, definitely. Where else would we go after?
I don't know. I do seem to recall something about a boat.
Oh, I'm sure that's not important.
You didn't have any trouble out on the rooftops last night, did you?
Oh, yes. The lightly clothed one, the big one, was there.
Oh, he's not mad about the last time, is he?
I think he probably is.
That is not good. If we do this, we must do it quickly.
Yes, we must get the maximum amount of time of what we paid for these accommodations.
After so many times of paying and then leaving immediately without even staying. I just cannot do it.
Brother.
Exactly. We must get the most value possible.
But think of the value of the building we shall destroy. So we can add that deduction to our benefit.
Like, at this moment you can see, like, the hamsters in the wheels turning in Jomo's head. Like, wait a second, how does that loss of value equal our gain in value? Screw it. Okay, what time of day is it?
Morning.
Okay. So I guess we're going to be doing this at night, like, not doing it in broad daylight.
Yeah, let us drink.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, I will say it's the Solitude Docks, which means that you probably have about equal foot traffic in day and night. It's just a case of shadows are arguably marginally better for stealth, but you're not going to have significantly less people around that time.
Oh, yeah,
So,
it's
we
more
need
stealthy.
to, like, roll a cracked open barrel out some meters away so we can detonate the place relatively safely. Unless we can go up with another plan. Can you fire a bow?
I mean, I could try, I don't mean I'll do it very well.
You're probably
so I
better
was-
at it than I am.
Yeah. I was wondering if the tales of a murderous saber-tooth running loose through solitude would, like, potentially either helped or hindered us in this endeavor.
That's a very good question. I think it's probably somewhat net neutral. Like, on the one hand, you're going to have people who are more scared being at home. But on the other hand, you're going to have people who are either A, brave and wanting that fat bounty money, or B, drunk at the docks, which is a lot of them. Also, still going to be out and about, staggering around, going, "Hey, fucking saber-tooth, I'll have him, stab him." Yeah.
That, yeah, doesn't amazingly help.
Yeah. Cool. So if your plan is to wait for the evening, that is fine, in which case I will skip over to someone else.
No.
Sure.
Do let us know if you want to interrupt at some point or have something that comes up that you would like to do during the day. Otherwise, you schedule an exorbitant breakfast and get ready for your post-breakfast round of massages whilst the butler heats up the bath.
Nice. I love this place.
God damn it, my money.
I like how when you were told there were 600 coins left last week, you're like, so another day then.
Mm-hmm. That works.
That was meant to go on lewd songs.
Yeah, but unload something.
I mean, the worst bit is, arguably, your song's either been delayed or she may have just taken your money as you murdered her headmaster.
Manslaughter. It's manslaughter he's being charged for. Don't up the charges now. My client is innocent.
Yeah, sorry, that's true manslaughter.
Surely not even manslaughter, reckless endangerment.
I need to get a lawyer.
I mean, to be fair, for that, you could probably take her to Solitude Small Claims Court, because it's not actually material to the fact that you've already paid her money for this. Like, there was a binding verbal contract there.
Can I get the guy from the companions with the mask as my defense?
You want Athos.
Like your character witness.
Turned up in a suit.
Alright, yeah, you know what? Athos happens to be in town.
Yes!
And is in the dungeons when you're brought in.
As is tradition.
I mean, I am a member of the companions, so they have a reputation to uphold.
I don't think you are.
No,
Weren't you a prospective member, and then
you're
got
an
booted?
aspirant of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a famous aspirant.
No, I think they got in. They're still on the
No, we're still on our
in the introduction quest.
We passed the first fucking bit of the entrance exam. When you go to join the Freemasons, they don't just let you in because you filled in the form.
Yeah, but this is a
Athos is a generous
K&D
dungeon.
campaign. It's a bit different.
I actually don't know if I can do Athos's voice in this current state, I'm not gonna lie.
You're halfway there, mate.
Yeah, exactly. You can do it all the better.
You just need to muffle. Just muffle yourself now. You don't need to do anything else.
I always hated you, yeah, Nicholas.
There we go. There's no difference.
No, because it's supposed to be. Okay. Ollie. What do?
So, I mean, I have the equipment, I have my tools, I am gonna start making my anti-time fuck device.
Fair. In the interest of synchronicity and updatedness, we'll say that as you finish doing your shopping, you see Revere getting marched through the main Lower Solitude market. Off the way to Castle Dower. You can hear him protesting his innocence, inquiring about the personal details of his guards, and finding out that they are almost all called Bjorn and or Bjorn Bjornsson.
In Yuhnbric's inner monologue, he goes, you know what? I feel sorry for Revere. He's been lovely to me, but fucking with time is a bigger problem, and I'm sure he'll understand once he understands me. But he won't, but if he ever does, he'll know.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy, I'm just functionally insane, but in the right way.
Crazy? You're crazy. Especially you, other Dwemer. I can't remember the name of the fucking guy. Karen Geck, that's the one.
Basically, I feel sorry for Revere, but I'm not going to stop what's happening. I've got bigger, more pressing, time-stoppy things on my mind.
And that's the sound of all loyalty flooding out of Yuhnbric.
Oh, no, I have plenty of loyalty to Revere. But I'm also currently alcoholic and
You
crazed.
insist as you watch him march off to quite possibly the gallows.
Yes.
The amount of free room and board you've sponged off me.
And they're about to execute him.
Hey. You say sponged. You say sponged. I say offered graciously.
I made you an honorary Nord. What more do you want?
No,
Do you
it's fine.
Okay,
I am your captain.
Look,
do you really
look.
want me to fight you? Because I will, but I'm
Callum.
also crazy right now. so I
No,
will
you've
come out.
one, I laud the choice as a roleplay thing. I think it's entirely in character. And two, Callum, you're getting the authentic Nord experience. You're getting dicked over by the elves.
Gah.
Callum, well, in fact, Callum became a captain and then was immediately screwed over. So it's essentially, instead of being William Bligh on the Bounty, it's Captain Revere on the Smoky Helgen.
I mean, I love Revere. Revere is very close
You don't need to justify anymore.
Anything that happens after the word but.
Not
It's
even
a Thalmor
Ollie,
conspiracy.
It is your time.
I can say that without the word, but I know I can.
Or however.
I can say it without however.
So,
I'm crazy, remember?
how do you want to go about constructing this thing?
Cool. So I guess so I do actually have an engineer's toolbox on me.
We'll probably need a forge or something, but you can rent those.
Yep. I mean, I have actually 119 gold septums left.
That will almost certainly cover it, but just let me have a look in the book.
I also have my my big fuck off wrench, which is also magical, and a spell focus. I don't know if that helps in the construction of this, but my delicate craft engineered toolbox, it isn't superior quality, but it also, I never marked it as being like bad quality, so I don't know if in the book it says you get a plus 10 for when you have when you have like a delicate craft, if they're of superior quality, but I don't know what defines a box as being of superior, like a tool as being of superior quality.
It's like good quality, Ollie.
Yeah, but I can't see anywhere where it says like, oh, you need to pay extra for that. Is the thing. It's in the tools page on page 130. Maybe it's there somewhere. It's likely I've just missed it, but I just can't see anywhere that like specifically says, oh, you have to pay more for a good quality toolbox.
I mean, it just kind of sounds like you have the gear to give this a go, rather than you have the best gear to give this a go.
Yeah, to be fair, that is kind of what it sounds like, yeah.
Because just for context, I think almost any other character, this would be a straight refusal out of the box. Just there is no way you can even start to attempt this. But you have the advantage of, you come from one of the most advanced races in the setting, you come from the science class of that race, at a time when they were at the apogee of their success, you are qualified in various relevant fields, and you have all of this amazing out-of-time gear, which literally no one else in the setting still has. Yeah.
I feel like this is something you often say about the characters I make.
Well, I think it's worth putting these things in perspective sometimes.
I agree. I think it's very true. Like, yeah, my character is very much built, accidentally built before.
Well, I don't know if it's accidentally. You built for this.
Yeah. Well, I would say I never went out of my way to intentionally build a device that fucks with time and stops it from being rewritten. My character was never designed for that, but I've got the relevant backgrounds, character law, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you built for rocket scientists, so I think we can broaden that.
Yeah. John Carmack said video games are harder than rocket science, and he was a literal rocket scientist before he became a video game programmer.
If you were a rocket scientist, you probably wouldn't have had to give up the career, by the sounds of it.
Depends what you want to do, to be fair.
Yeah, if you made like a fuck ton of money off rocket scientist, and then it's like,
you really don't make that much money being a rocket scientist.
Right, fair enough.
You don't make that much money in game development.
That's what you develop games for.
It's almost like all the science and art fields aren't paid that well.
I mean, wait, John Carmack, id is who he develops games for. For like 30 years at this point.
I didn't hear what he was saying about. So.
John Carmack is a very, very well-known video games programmer.
We'll say you can rent a smithy for about 20g. Looking at it, Ollie, and that'll get you a decent quality smithy, and there's enough on offer in Solitude that you will have picked out the one that is most appropriate for you.
Can I maybe hire assistants, or
you actually can hire assistants?
Can I give me like a plus 10 or a plus 5?
Just having a look to see how cool. We'll say it's a. So this is probably going to be a very difficult sustain roll.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a look at your sheet.
Yep.
Because I know this is the climax of your storyline, but it also shouldn't be too easy.
So I brought myself up to the profession of adept, or animist and engineer.
Cool. Just for reference, so it doesn't feel like I'm being arbitrary, before I've even looked at your stats, because I'm trying to see what's appropriate. I'm vaguely feeling like it should be a minus 50 extended action before we talk about modifiers.
I would say a minus 30, if only because I am familiar with the sciences behind it.
Yeah, but it's like saying you're familiar with the science behind building a warp gate. You know, it's still difficult.
I put forward -40.
And I would like to reiterate that is before modifiers, so we can talk about, because you wanted to buy assistance, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. I don't want to give you like a -30, and then you splurge on several assistants, and fiddling with the save game is now at a +10.
Valid point. I now support the -50 agenda.
Creed, why would you do me like that?
You're trying
Curse
to
your
make a
sudden
timey
inevitable
whiny
betrayal.
thing.
Also,
I
yeah,
seem
as
to
well.
call the -60 agenda.
I had to see you die.
Well, no. To be fair, as well, Ollie, you are attempting, as Ewan said, to make a Stargate. But equally, while you may know how to make a Stargate, you are attempting to do so in a literal Iron Age civilization.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough, I suppose.
Don't let it stop you on the -70 agenda, though.
It's like, trying to make a plane in the middle of
Callum, we
Okay.
were like this. We were like this.
We were. You put it quite succinctly there. Spare me your words.
Broken hand hearts is one of the greatest tragedies of our age. I'm just putting that out there.
All I see are pointed ears
Okay.
and lies.
Okay, I think that this is probably going to be an animist roll over intelligence, and I will give you a +5 for every craftsman you hire. They go at a rate of 25 per.
Cool. I'm going to hire... Okay, so how much was it to hire the forge?
Did we say 25G?
I think so.
20.
20. Okay, cool. So I can hire another 4 helpers with me. So that's a +20.
Okay.
Cool. I am also an adept, which I believe gives me a +30.
God damn it. It's fucking ended up at a +10. This is the exact scenario.
I think it's +0 because I've got the forge. I've got the
No, I
+20.
think you're correct. I think adept is a plus.
It's a plus. It's a plus
Yeah,
0.
adept is a +30.
It is.
Yeah. So 30 plus 20 is a net 0 on the -50.
Oh yeah, you are correct.
Oh, but I am also my profession is an intelligence profession, I believe, and I am adept at that. So it actually is a +10.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Sorry, okay, so it's a +10.
Wait,
in
sorry,
total.
where are you getting the other +10 from? That's what we were talking about, as you were rolling off engineer.
So 20 from the helpers,
Yeah,
plus 30 from the adeptness,
yeah.
plus another 10 because it's my proficiency.
Is that a thing?
Well, my intelligence and the skill for profession rolls off intelligence, I believe.
I know you're proficient in things, but I know no more rules than that.
Ollie, are you
Yeah.
cheating by reading the rule
That's
book
all I
again?
Have
Oh,
you read
no,
the
that's
rules?
the worst
Ollie?
kind of cheating. Everything works
Son of a
perfectly
bitch.
well up until someone actually reads the rules.
Are you telling me my dodge would be even stronger?
You're telling me I could have been better at shouting this whole
No,
time?
it's not in there, Ollie. I think you're getting confused. The fact that this is your profession means that the profession is the field where the skill applies. So like you don't get an extra bonus in engineering specifically. It means that you can roll it in engineering. You couldn't have like a +30 at say profession chef, and then you just don't get another +10 because it's not your proficiency.
I thought ticking something gave you a +10. I mean, I know it gives you the
It
75.
does, but that's adept, etc.
Yeah. As you go up, once you're like novice is like you know it, and then it's as you go up per one, you then get a +10 after each one of those.
Okay, I just really quickly want to check this then before I lose a roll. Or gain a roll, I don't know.
Okay, cool. What's your reading? So
what's
it's going to
gonna
be
be
an extended action. I think this does average out to a net +0. Your maths do seem to check out. And we'll say you need 10 degrees of success net in order to actually succeed. And if you ever get down as low as -5, so 5 doff, then something bad will happen.
Cool, okay.
I'm not being mysterious. I don't have any idea what.
Reminder: you can use luck and keep burning it to just get ridiculous bonuses.
You know what? I might actually just burn. I'm actually at 31 luck right now. I also have 1 luck point on me, I believe. Sorry, I'm just looking at the skills.
I'm going to call mild pace over a +10.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You're already rolling at 51 or
Yeah, okay. I'm rolling at a +0 on my profession, so
51
1d100. This rolls with my intelligence, so 51 or under. Cool, 1 degree of success.
Cool. Like I say, extended action. You need 10 to succeed and -5 will fail.
Cool, I'm at +1. Do you just want me to keep rolling and just see what happens?
Yes, but we'll say we'll give you like a half-hour chunk per roll, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And then we'll see how long into the afternoon it takes you.
Cool, okay. So second roll then. 1 more degree of success.
Cool.
4 degrees of success, so I'm at 7 right now.
Sorry, I'm just booing Excel.
6.
Yeah, you're at 6, mate.
Oh, sorry, 6. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, yes.
Yeah, 1 + 1 + 4 is not 7.
Yeah, I read that as 5, not 1. Cool, next one. Number 2, I believe. No, another 1, sorry, another 1. 41, yeah, 50. No, sorry, 2, that is 2. Sorry, no, 1. 1, that is 1.
You're 1 off 2.
Are we doing we get the +1 for the standard and then the extra one?
No.
No, okay. Cool, so 1 more. 1 degree of failure.
-1, yeah.
Holy shit. 1 degree of failure on the exact same roll. Another one of another plus. One right now.
You are currently at 6, yeah. Got a little Excel set up.
And you've used what? Oh,
That's a 1 degree of failure.
5. You're on 1, 2, 3, 4 hours now as well.
Cool.
Yes, Baz.
2 degrees of failure.
3.
1 degree of success.
4. And 5 hours.
7. That's 3 degrees of failure.
Jesus, this is going to be a tense result either way.
Right. Another 4. Yeah, it's another 4.
Back up to 5. 6 hours in.
You spend luck, remember?
Another 4.
You spend 1 luck.
You need one more, and you paid for a shift with these workers for the records, and you're currently at 6.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my last luck point. Shit! That's actually 1 degree of failure.
You don't need to spend. You don't need to roll after that. Although you spent your last luck point, it gives you an extra degree of success. That would have taken you up to 10.
Cool. That takes me up. I'm done.
Which means it took you a total of 6.5 hours.
I feel like that's pretty good for a person who just invented an anti-time buckage device.
I mean, you are kind of slowly going mad as well. It's worth pointing out. You're slowly going mad. It is actually still very impressive. I'm not trying to qualify it too much. But you're slowly going mad. You're incredibly inspired by this hatred for this divine entity coming around fucking with your plane and reality like it thinks it's God. It thinks it's God. Just because it's divine doesn't make it a God. You're a God because you're not divine. I've just summed up Dwemer philosophy for you.
You did, and I love it.
He's not wrong.
Me and Callum are like this now, but me and Ewan are like this.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry, Callum.
Yes, the GM is your friend. Trust them.
Callum, you're my babe. Don't forget that.
Is that what you told him as you watched him dragged off to the dungeons?
I was crazy and alcoholic. I still am.
I see, so that's your excuse.
Yes, and I think it's a valid one.
Crazy and alcoholic, said the abusive husband.
This is what you scream to yourself as you work this forge. Your assistants, all 4 of them, are equal parts terrified and enthralled by this project they're part of. Completely unable to quite grasp what it is they're making, and yet it does something to their vision as they go. They become more and more intoxicated with the idea of finishing this machine.
Ooh, do I get a cult?
Maybe.
Yes.
Make a note of these 4 people.
Okay, I've made a note. Penultimate session.
I'm not prepared to say they're a cult yet, but...
I feel like I zoned out. When did you get cult members?
Scientists enthralled by his gigatech.
Yeah.
Someone's got a cult. Like,
I mean, if you went down to, like I said, ancient Rome and showed them a full digital camera, you could probably build a cult pretty quickly.
Well, more than
that'll
that,
get killed.
he's building mind-bending tech. Mind-bending tech. And these guys were helping. Their minds have been bent by the tech.
That was a lot of rolls. I think that's the most rolls I've done.
It was a lot of rolls. It was quite evenly organised. However, at the end of it, you do come out with... What were you picturing here, Ollie? I can't stop myself imagining like a Ghostbusters backpack.
So, in my mind's eye, it was almost like a petal of, right? And there are the classic 3 bands that are rotating in and offside each other. That creates a small glowing white point in the very center.
Mm. Okay. Is it... Sorry, that kind of describes the bulk of it, but like, how are you... Do you hold it in your hands, or is it like a gun, or is it a...
I think I hold it in my hands. It's like yeah. And it whenever Mr. Loincloth comes along and tries to stop time, the bands all stop in perfect alignment with each other and send out a pulse of energy which stops time from being rewritten, because fuck that guy. So it's almost like it puts a literal... it's almost like it puts a literal jam in the gears of time. It's an annoying large stick.
Just fills the gears with jam.
Gonna get us uninstalled.
Reinstalled.
Oh shit, he's verifying integrity of cache.
Exactly. He's going to condemn us to do this again and again and again.
Next session's just the intro session again.
I'm so sorry, Creed, if this causes you to be permanently deleted out of this.
Arnulf is now an Argonian.
So
All Argonian party.
So I want to make a quick thing here, is that I've worked... my characters have worked with some crazy tech in the various campaigns I've been a part of, but I feel like this is my best work so far.
Wait till it gets used once first.
I don't know. Were you there when we found the Necron boomstick?
I was there when we found and activated a Baneblade.
No, he wasn't there for the Necron boomstick.
Because the Necron boomstick was both crazy and awesome.
I did actually ask my character that found the Baneblade to start with a Necron weapon arm, but it was vetoed, sadly.
Okay. So, takes you 6.5 hours. Basically means until the evening, then. You have drawn quite a crowd. Both people who are actually interested and people who find their perceptions a little bit bent. Who see slight errors, as though things were going almost low-res. As they watch your hands toiling over this hot forge, bending metal into profane shapes, working to bring the sorceries of the past into the 4th era, dredging up the dark secrets of the Dwemer.
I mean, to me, they're about, 12 weeks ago, but yeah.
Well, yeah. Not even that, actually. You have been muttering, half screaming to yourself a lot of this. Your prioritization of your project over Revere, of your plans, of your vengeance, of this nearly nude Nord who's not going to get away with this. What is your final spoken phrase for the crowd before you march off to, hunt for the nearly nude Nord? Do you shout? Do you scream? Do you whisper? Do you just quietly spit?
I grasp the device in my hands. I raise it up to my eyes, and I just say, "Fuck time." and all its fucking ways. You shall help me.
One of the craftsmen behind you falls to the ground, screaming as he digs one of his hands into his forearm. 7 divides! 7 divides! Okay.
Can we just go one campaign without summoning the darkness of the Veil Beyond to usurp heaven?
It's not possible.
That's Sithis, and he's been a good boy, behaving himself. Sithis isn't doing anything this campaign. Or it hasn't so far. I guess in this scenario, that will be Ollie is becoming the end game threat.
Am I becoming a Daedra?
No, that's not how that works. No.
Oh.
But as I said last week, this is how the villain to Oblivion got his start. Also, fun fact, I didn't realize that in Skyrim the Mages Guild has been disbanded.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that. I thought they were still kicking around. Anywho, sounds like a good time to skip over to Arnulf, as Revee is in the Slammer, and the Khajiits are waiting for the evening, and... God, I forgot the names now. Yuhnbric is basically in the evening himself. Oh, Ollie, it's far too late to make it up, you little trick. Arnulf, what are we doing? You've just seen Revere get tracked in the early morning, and you've heard the reports on damage to the castle.
Right, okay, so... Can I discern whether or not there's any chatter about whether or not who they think did it? So, can I...
No one gossips like soldiers. You've definitely heard your name bandied around, but you've also heard damn near every other recruit taken in recently, and a number of the more suspicious officers.
Right, in which case, I'm going to put part 2 of my plan into action. Okay, can I see if there are any Khajiit in this place that look like Revere?
Do you have a particularly good eye for what Khajiit look like?
Well, I know what Revere looks like. I've known him for years.
That's very true. I will take... Let me have a look. Do we have investigation? We
Observe?
do. I will take investigate. I think you probably want to be rigorous about this.
Okay.
Yeah, investigate over perception at a +10, please.
That is 2 degrees of success.
Yeah, you actually recall there was someone who came in the same batch as you. He didn't really talk at all, but he was one of the other recruits from Greater Haffinger, who bears a fairly marked resemblance to Revere. Like, most people could tell them apart if they were stood next to each other, but at least on a line-up if you didn't know either of them.
My thoughts are, if I can somehow get him down to the cells, I can do a swap, break Revere out, swap this guy in, and then have 2 men on the inside. And then put part 3 of my plan into action.
I'm having no idea about the concept of this plan from my cell. I'm all for this plan.
Basically, part 3 is find another recruit and make it look like they've murdered the new prisoner.
Yeah, I was going to say, slight caveat there, that unless you...
Oh, as soon as that guy talks, he'll let everyone know it was, he's not Revere.
Yeah,
but what if he can't talk anymore?
No, exactly. If you murder him immediately, you're probably fine. If you don't, it's going to be quite simple for him to prove that he's not Revere.
Okay, so I'm going to need to scout the dungeons.
Okay. I will take... It's probably a bit of a stealth situation here, as if nothing else. I don't know if they've got any high security prisoners down there at the moment, though. I don't think so. So maybe not super stealthy.
Subterfuge to make it seem like I'm supposed to be there patrolling.
Yeah, I'll take investigate over subterfuge, please. +0.
Those are both skills.
What did I say?
investigate over subterfuge.
Sorry, my bad. Subterfuge over perception at a +0.
I will spend luck on that.
Oh.
That is a pass of 2 degrees again.
What was the doff going to be?
4.
So you nearly walk flat into General Tullius on the way into the dungeons, the only person in the fort who would recognize you from Helgen, but managed to backpedal at just the right moment, so he keeps going past you. And then you make your way down to the dungeons. What was your DOS?
2.
2. Cool. So, what information are you looking for here?
Okay, I am looking for anyone who I know to be a recruit but has been assigned to dungeon duty.
Probably quite a few.
Or if I don't know if any of them are assigned to dungeon duty, anyone who I can think of who was assigned to also be patrolling around the anyone who was to be assigned to patrolling around the what's it called? Inventory? No.
Armory.
Quartermaster. Armory, that was it, yes. Anyone who was assigned around there.
No, there's mostly entirely recruits in the dungeon at the moment. They've got no high-value prisoners down there, and all of the actual officers are trying to either secure as much from the armory as they can, or man the defences of the city walls. You've heard rumblings about a force on the way, which you can only presume to be Ulfric's, and commanders seem to be speaking in hushed tones about issues elsewhere.
Hey. Can I identify anyone specific who might be a good target?
Sure, there's... God, what's a Swedish name? Carl.
Arngrim?
Goran, okay. Suggested by our real-life actual Dane. So... yes, Goran. Recruit Goran. He's from the Reach. He actually was bullied lightly by Revere in school. You don't recognize his face at all.
Oh no.
And he's guarding Revere's cell.
But he's happy.
Okay, so he is going to be my frame for the murder guy. Okay, so now I need someone to. I now need to go off and find a Khajiit to swap with. Oh wait, did I already do that?
You did indeed.
Okay, so now I'm going to need to try and swap in that Khajiit into his cell. Okay, can I try and bluff my way in, go back out, get some food together for Revere, and okay, I'll put this to the party. What do we think will fly better? Me coming in to say I'm here to interrogate the prisoner, or me coming in saying I've got food for the prisoner?
I mean, food's probably more believable.
Yeah.
That's, how do I put this politely? Medial labour, but interrogation's probably something for someone with rank.
Yeah, you've been on the job for 5 minutes.
Okay, in which case I will go and get some food so I can say I'm bringing food to the prisoner.
Yeah, you can pop on down to the canteen.
How long has Revere been in his cell now?
Couple of hours.
Couple of hours.
Just enough time that his former bullying victim has kind of run out of sick burns he's been waiting years to use.
Okay then. Yes, I'd like to bring some food to the prisoner and let Revere know my plans in hushed tones, whilst going under the guise of putting the boot in a couple of times.
Goran, please, we were 10.
Yeah, I was only 10 and you pushed me off the walls.
It was a really girly blouse.
I always
how
knew
high
you'd
were those
fuck
walls?
up.
Fuck.
It's Markarth, so...
Fucking hell.
Yes.
It's only a couple of bones.
Do you have any idea how much that health potion cost? I never got the new Elder Scrolls equivalent of a console.
Hey, my parents made that health potion for you.
Your parents.
And they were happy to take your parents' money.
Yeah, drumming up business. You're nothing but a little bully, and now you're nothing but a little Oh! He kind of stands reflexively to attention when he sees someone else enter the room. Here, I didn't see you coming. Oh, no, you're just a recruit, aren't you?
Right, same as you, just here bringing some food to the prisoner.
Aye, alright. Stand back, I'll unlock the cell. Starts fiddling with it.
Feckin' Khajiit, am I right?
I just crossed my arms.
Never liked Khajiit.
Right.
Not you, you're alright.
Oh, the Frankie just came in as well.
Whilst I go in to give Revere the food, when he can no longer see me do it, I'm going to wink at Revere and then start pretending to put the boot in.
I think this is probably going to be a bit of a difficult performance, but we'll let you roll it.
Right.
Do we have performance? No. And this isn't really relevant to your profession, so I guess subterfuge?
Personality substitute?
Yeah, subterfuge over personality, please, and I'm going to give you a -10 on that.
Quickly, someone who's read the rulebook. What was the way I can gain a +10? By spending
you
something?
can add success on a successful check.
Yeah, and if you're doing something physical and it uses endurance or strength, you can spend a stamina point to get +20 to it.
I'm not doing anything physical like that.
Yeah, that's the only way you can get a plus. Otherwise, it's just luck re-rolling.
I mean,
Okay.
I'll flip it around. You can actually put the boot into Revere if you like, rather than just pretend to, and see if you can hiss out the plan to him in between there. That'll make it a strength for you.
It might be easier. I apologise for it. It'll probably be easier if I really do put the boot in.
Wow.
So you see him advancing towards you, just quietly mouthing, "Sorry." Do you want to roll it off strength instead, Benji?
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
All right.
Because then I can spend a stamina point to get +20.
Instead, we'll have that athletics over strength, please.
Revere has really had a bad couple of days.
Athletics over strength.
Every one of his companions has betrayed him. Every single one.
Oh yeah.
That's a pass. That's a pass of 2 degrees. Look, I'm sorry, but the other one was like 22, and I wasn't passing that.
So he flings your food tray down off to one side and then starts putting the boot in. The young lad from Markarth outside. Here, should you be beating him up like that? He's only accused of a crime at the moment.
Wait, mate. How long have you been in this Legion?
About 12 hours.
How old are you? Because you look like you've still got your mother's feckin' milk on your breath.
Yeah, Gowan.
Oh, yeah, that's
Shut up, you!
Kick him in the crotch. I'm
I'm
gonna go stand outside. I'll come in when I hear the noises of pain stop. And, though you continue to put the boot in, I guess... What was your DOS there, Benji?
2.
2. Callum, lose 2 points of fatigue.
Oh.
As he wins the ever-loving shit out of you. He's not kicking to hurt, but he does need your authentic grunts of pain. Right, what was your... You have time to get across your plan, for the record. You've earned it in Revere's blood.
I'll be back. I've got a doppelganger for you. I'm going to stick him in the cell, kill him, and then frame that prick outside.
What?
And you and me walking around here. Wait, didn't you see that feckin' fire I set?
That was you.
That was me. Now keep it quiet. Tullius is here, and we'll have that feckin' prick for stealing our shit.
You are a true Nord.
I'm here to... I'm doing this.
And a
Get back on that-
dickhead.
We're all dickheads. It's Skyrim. It's what we're for. Right. You got that?
Yes.
I'll be back soon, right? Be ready.
Kidneys fucking aren't.
I'll buy you a new one.
Not sure medicine's advanced that much.
Necromancy has.
Well, I guess.
Sorry, I'm just speedily double-checking something. Oh, temptations. No, damn it. I was, if we'd had time, going to give Revere maybe a little Boethia action. Just because he's totally correct. He has been betrayed by every single one of his party members in the last 24 hours. On Boethia's feast day.
betrayal.
He betrayed us first, so...
Well, yeah, but that makes it better, if anything.
Yeah,
I've done no betrayal. I have had different priorities.
Yeah, that's still betrayal. Really. Like, it's justified betrayal. I totally agree with your prioritization, but it doesn't mean you've not betrayed him.
With the blood from my beating, I draw the circle.
So, you say you're doing demon summoning? Danger summoning?
Draw the circle, light the fire.
Draw the circle.
I could wait for Arnov.
Draw.
Well, unfortunately, it was Zanzarim who did the research on summoning.
That's very true. I could just be doodling my blood, accidentally.
It was Boethia's feast day, so I was going to give it to you for free, but we really don't have time, I'm afraid. But, should we ever come back to these characters, I think you've probably officially caught Boethia's eye, so you can make a note on your character sheet if you like.
Hurrah! Can't wait to forget all about that.
It's fine, we've got the recordings.
Hurrah!
Okay. We've done a bit of Arnold for a while, so even though we've not got the evening yet, let's skip over to the Khajiits. Team Khajiit. It's, from your perspective, the evening. What do?
I've thought of something. We need not lead a trail of barrels, for the barrels explode in a radius, and that's the problem we have, right?
Yeah.
So, how big was the radius explosion of a barrel? A single?
Quite large.
But that's at least safer than my pew-pew laser range, right?
I think it's like probably at least 4 meters.
4 meters?
Yeah. It was more that you didn't really have a shot on them with your pew-pew lasers.
Well, what's the danger, the estimated danger radius of entire building?
Probably quite a lot. They took out a 2-story, fairly squat blacksmith last time, most of it, and that was only 4 barrels. You're dealing with several hundred.
4 barrels that I sold because I'm a great salesman. I just want to put that out there.
I don't think you did sell them. I think they got looted, or were going to. Yeah.
Right, well, in that case, for this plan to work, Jomo, I shall need you to crack a barrel and leave a trail of its liquid. Some 20, 30 meters.
Okay.
I believe the warehouse is guarded.
It is.
I will assist in all what I can. Wine.
The nearest butler approaches and holds up a tiny goblet of wine to Zanzarim's mouth. They posed some initial questions about should they be feeding the cat wine, but Jomo confirmed that was indeed the case, and so they've just been going with it.
Darn tootin'. Wine for all, if they're not drinking themselves as well. I mean...
they're not allowed to when they're on the job.
Not when we're looking.
Yeah, I mean, the eternal rule of on the job. Not when the boss is looking.
What if I wanted to have my own little mini equivalent of a bacchanalia?
I think you probably have to pay for professional staff for that. They're butlers.
Okay.
House staff and such.
Never mind then.
Did you run out of money you stole from other people?
I mean, technically, if we're considering that, Zanzarim is another person at the $150 per person a day rate.
I've been getting free passes everywhere else.
It's a very good argument. Yeah, you probably do still have about 300 G left.
Oh! In that case, can we find some sort of idiotic village stevedore and convince him to do this for us for a sum of money?
Let me have a look at hirelings. Thugs. A thug is 8G a day.
Just need an evening.
Alright, what price are you offering?
What say you, Jomo?
Just trying to consider what's an appropriate amount without overpricing it.
Very well, we don't really have to worry about their discretion or anything.
You either want an idiot who won't know not to talk because, you know, they're an idiot.
Oh, it doesn't
or
really
you want
matter
a
if you talk.
professional. You're going to kill them, aren't you?
Well, no, it's just that, you know, Ulfric's army's going to show up in a day or two anyway, so it doesn't really matter if someone's let loose that we blew up that thing.
Yeah.
Always have to go camp outside somewhere in the mountains.
As is tradition. Okay, we'll see if 50 gold is enough to sway someone.
For 50 gold, you could probably get several somewhat crap thugs, or you might get an actual mercenary. Because you're on quite a limited time here, I'm guessing you're not just putting out, a notice of shady work to be done at local shady tavern.
Nah.
You're probably more going to shady places, which would be somewhat easy to find, and then looking
I'd be happy with a group of dumb thugs.
Yeah, that sort of thing, you know, it's just here's a payment and get your mates involved. You're going to need some help.
Are you looking for challenging work? Then we've got the job for you.
Alright, I think this is probably going to be a persuade roll.
Oh, no, I should have spent XP.
Cool. I will take persuade over personality at a +0.
I can't think of anything that would be bonuses. Can I say that if the job's done timely and within a certain level of satisfaction, that they'll get double the pay for a bonus?
Yeah, sure. Just to check, are you lying, though? Because that would probably be a subterfuge, then.
No, I mean, if they can actually get it done and get back without, bringing it all on us, then, I would pay.
You know what, then, Carl? I will let you roll commerce, and you can have your DOS as a +10 bonus.
I can do that, then. Let's roll that. Let me just check this real quick. Been a little while.
Hello?
Oh, well, that's okay. It's only apprentice, so that's a +10. What's commerce over personality?
Yes.
That's a degree of failure.
Yeah, no, sadly, the thugs don't seem to understand the idea of bonus incentives.
At that sort of level of dumb thug. Damn, okay.
Yeah, you walked into, the seediest, least guard-having waterfront tavern you could find, and then picked out a group of people at the back, fairly drunk, quite smelly, playing dice, but with one transparently very loaded set of dice that they must have stolen from someone, because it's really obvious from how badly they're playing the game that none of them are actually deliberately winning with the loaded dice. They just haven't figured out that they've got a fixed pair.
Oh no, that's amazing. Okay, right, let's see about this then.
Okay.
Oh, luck that roll.
Get 100, get 100, get 100.
Hey! That would be 2 degrees of success.
What was your initial DOF?
1. So, if we're going on a -4, a simple failure,
Wait,
that would be a 1.
Are you rolling at an 80?
Oh, wait, you mean before it was lucked?
Yeah.
I thought you meant with the commerce.
No.
That would have been 5 degrees of failure.
So, as you walk up to these guys, there is an initial slight misunderstanding wherein they assume that you are there as a mage to mug them, as you evidently have this familiar on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And you find yourself pushed up against the wall with 5 thug knives
Row.
at your genitals, at your guts, at your neck. Kind of,
Keep my cool.
oh god, here's where I die. When the tavern keep from behind. Here, lads, not inside. The fuck's wrong with you? And they calm down and take their knives away and are getting ready to take you outside to murder you when you're actually able to explain your proposition. There's another brief murder attempt when they figure out they can just take the money now before they realize that you actually haven't brought the money with you. Which, damn it, this is how so many of their jobs go.
I have absolute faith in these people.
Yep, this is totally going to succeed.
4, 6. You know what? We'll say there's 6 of them, not 5. Okay.
Wait, Cole. I've thought of a new angle, right?
Huh?
What if we didn't tell them what's in the warehouse and just paid them to throw a flaming torch in it?
I mean, they'll probably
Fine, we've gone
succeed
from
with that
terrorism to
more.
arson.
Like,
Well, the explosion radius is only a problem for us, right? If we're
Yeah.
in range, but we don't really have to worry about the plan if we've got menials.
That does assume that there's, like, open flammable fluid somewhere, which seems unlikely.
All
Yes.
no, we'll just stick with the original then.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Because otherwise they would have to think about things. And
You have successfully offered this plan to them. So then, we have 6 thugs. We have 1 warehouse that needs infiltration. You'll have 15 minutes. You are respectively Benji thug number 1, Ollie thug number 2, you're Nicholas thug number 3, Callum thug number 4, Creed thug number 5, and Carl thug number 6.
Simultaneous cracking knuckles.
Alright, someone give me a d6 and let's see who's in charge. You can. Benji, you are in charge. If,
Hey, boss, what are we doing?
Down and pulled it. What did it look like?
oh,
What?
What?
Oh, shut Zog off number 4.
I thought I was number 4.
Somebody's number 4. Zog off, you.
which one's number 4? Like,
Yeah.
Are we looking for warehouse number 4?
I thought it was on dock number 4.
and so it is
It doesn't
along
help, I can't count.
this elaborate 4-based discussion that the 6 of you saunter on down in the direction of the warehouse you've been hired to burn down, and more through luck than anything else, happen to find yourselves more or less outside it.
Oh.
What do?
Do I see any
Go down
doors?
this one.
There's a large set of barred double doors.
Right.
Try and
2
open.
and 5, go have a look around.
Am I
Who's 2
five?
and 5?
I'm number 4.
I thought I
I'll
was
do
4.
then.
Back at top preservers. Right.
No, Ollie's 2 and Creed's 5.
Where are we going, boss?
You're having a look around, see if there's any feckin' guards.
Alright, boss.
I can't really do a common. I can't really do
You went
thug
South
accent, it just
African
becomes
there.
Yeah,
South
I know.
African.
You so far oscillated through your Orc accent, your Australian accent, and your South African accent, and you've only spoken 3 times. I do admire you attempting different accents. I can only do like 4, and none of them very well.
Well,
Right, you
I'll start-
gits.
I'll
2
stop
and
pottering
5.
around the building.
I just want to
Looking in
point out
windows.
I have literally a foot of meat in front of me.
It's a lot of good meat, Ollie. So, round the back of the building, there's quite a large number of windows, or at least would be windows for this building. They are by and large shuttered up. A speedy check at most of them confirms that they're barred on the inside. There's still only wood, so you might be able to break through with sufficient effort, but you'd probably have to actually try.
Alright. Go back to the boss. Oh, boss, I can't see nothing in there.
Oh, you gits, you didn't try no hard. Fucking hell, I can't do it. Hang on. Let me get into
No, no,
character. Here
no,
we
no.
go, here we go, here we go.
I prefer schizophrenic thug boss.
I like the idea that you've currently formed this gang image, but you're still trying to determine what the branding of the gang is. Like, you've got this numbers thing going on, but everyone's still a bit confused as to who's which number. Like, number 2's just eating chicken wings the whole time. The whole thing.
And I can go for some chicken wings.
Oh, you're zogging gits.
What, boss?
Alright.
Right.
Making us a peephole then?
What?
3 and 6 go find some fire.
My 6?
I'm
Because
6.
I said so.
No, am I 6?
Oh, I'm 6.
You're 6.
Don't take my number, alright? It's my number!
I'm
Well, I
4.
want the fucking number.
You're for what?
Burning this warehouse down.
Too
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So many regrets.
Just burn it! Oh yeah, fire. We need fire. How do we get fire?
I
Those were all
told you,
torches.
3 and 6 go
Right.
find it.
I will take an intelligence test from 3 and 6. I would estimate that we're working at an intelligence of, to be somewhat charitable, 20 or under.
What number am I?
You're 3.
Oh, I have a 3. I genuinely didn't know.
I think we can all be certain that young Nicholas's character just doesn't know what number he
The role you were born
You sure
to
it's
play.
the character?
Okay, so only one doff on number 3 there. So he does in fact return with fire. Sadly, a lot of it is on.
It hurts.
A lot of it is on number 6, who he's trying in vain to damp out, but he's doing it with the torch he's got.
Quick, boss, get the door open. We'll push him in.
Zogging idiots! That's my job! Fuck me, what am I doing now?
Genuinely don't know.
No, I don't know either.
Number 2 continues to eat chicken wings in silence.
I'm going to try and Jimmy open a window.
All right, I'll take a strength check. We'll call it 40 or under.
Window's tough, boss.
Held shut with some kind of bar.
Right, I got an idea. Take number 6, chuck him through the window.
Alright.
Window's shut, boss.
But what am I
Can I
for?
just throw him through the window?
Can you
Oh, I can use my head!
Someone open the window, will you?
Carl.
Alright.
Right, I believe that I'm just getting thrown through it at this point.
Yeah, well, no, if I just
Sorry, speedy practical question. How do you plan on picking up number 6? He is on fire.
He's on
picking
fire.
him
I
up.
mean, given that we've got a collective intellect of about 20, I don't think that's going to be a
I'm
problem.
just picking him up while he's
We're
on fire.
We're just picking
And,
him
like-
up and through
like-
the window.
Like him over my shoulder, running with him like face first towards the window, and then just like release through the window.
You're going to try and use the peasant rail cannon, but with
With one
only
person,
3
yes.
people and a peasant who's on fire.
Yes.
And also, it's not really the rail cannon. But alright, yeah, sure. Cool, it sounds like a young Nicholas strength roll. I will say a -10 for Carl being on fire, but a +10 for your 2 assistings. So a net of +10.
We're brutes. Do we get an extra +10 for that?
No, that's why you got 40 strength.
Okay. So that was a net +10, is it?
Yeah, net +10.
Off of.
50 or under.
Do I have a luck?
You do not have any luck. Do you feel
Clearly.
like the character you're playing has luck?
I should have burned a stamina. A stamina point would have helped either. So.
Probably.
Oh, you zombie
Yeah.
failures. Right,
All you
everyone
succeed
in the
doing is-
feckin' sea.
You know what? Sorry, Carl, give me a speedy toughness test. Toughness endurance, 30 or under. To survive. No. On fire and hurled with speed at the side of a building, skull first. No, I'm sorry, Carl. Number 6 neck snaps like tissue paper. Number 2 continues to eat chicken wings.
Can I try again?
I think he's alright.
You stupid zog.
It's fine. It's fine. I run at the window again with him.
Right, who's number 5? Sorry.
Me,
Creed.
boss.
Right, you're number 3 now. You feckin' failure, you're number 5.
What am I? Am I still
4,
4?
you stupid nutty.
Wait,
Well,
am
number
I
3.
5 now?
Yes, you're lucky you're not number 6, and you would be, except he's feckin' dead.
Can I have a go?
What?
All right, here you go.
Dying or
I
being on
handle
fire?
his dead body.
Shall I try and open another window while this is going on?
Yeah, sure. Hey, give me the roll again.
I'll be the fire.
That's a pass.
Can I comedically open it as he's chucking the corpse towards the window?
Yeah, I'm going to say no, just because you were trying to open a different window. And
Is young Nicholas on fire now?
no, his hands are probably quite burnt, but I don't think he's registered it yet. Number
All the
2
adrenaline.
continues to eat chicken wings.
Is there a flaming torch around from where this man set himself on fire earlier, or was it just his own fire?
No, there was. What's his thing? He got it. God, he was number 3. Now he's number 5. So number 5,
It's me.
the
Oh,
thug formerly
give us
known
a-
as number 3, had the torch, but dropped it in order to pick up the flaming comrade. And
Alright, I would like to find the torch and light it off of burning Six's corpse.
Dunzo.
Now I will crawl with it in my hand into the window.
All right.
I see
Inside is an extremely nonplussed guard looking at you, confused.
After seeing through an open window, I just chuck the burning body through the window.
All right, give me a combat styles test. Do you have combat style improvised or perhaps corpse?
I don't
Yes.
know.
I don't think so, so that's going to be a -10.
I'm a brute. I assume I have, unarmed.
40 strength or under. Unarmed does not cover throwing corpses at people.
Armed, young Nicholas. You're just
If anything, at
running
that point, you're multi-armed.
Oh!
Perfect. Oh, this is the best.
So, you huck the corpse through the window. It catches immediately, just almost failing to even go in, and then tips inside the building. You hear a
Oh,
muffled...
look, it's number 6 over there.
You hear a muffled, "No, what the fuck?" as one of the guards throws himself towards it. Whereupon, it catches on a slight line of spilled varnish.
Oh.
Now that's a proper Nordic funeral, boys.
Immediately, the varnish catches, snaking up a line, and as you feel this overwhelming feeling of pride, like a job has been well done, Six's sacrifice was not in vain, you have earned your keep this night. In fact, the thug formerly known as number 3, if you would like to gain 1 luck point,
Oh, nice.
and then the building blows up.
Can I burn my 1 luck to
I believe
to
it's-
survive?
I believe
Are we
it's
all
10
just
luck
being
points.
vaporized right now?
For the 100 on attempting to stealthily blow up this building in a safe manner, yes, you are all vaporized. This
Well,
is,
boss,
we are
it was
talking
a good
some
life.
goddamn fucking Game of Thrones season 6 ending level shenanigans.
So number 2, last response says, "Oh, that's a really good wing." Vaporized.
And at
We
just
get
that
a final
moment,
thought that goes through everyone's head.
Look, it's number 6.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
the building goes up in a fiery inferno, the conflagration absorbing entire blocks nearby. Burning debris, bricks, and shards of charred wood rain down over Solitude as the plume of fire columns up into the sky. Entire local suburbs begin to catch as fire rains down on the brittle, dry winter wood.
Nice.
All
Can
5
we-
thugs have now, well, all 6 thugs, in fact, have now died.
Me and Jomo see it from our balcony.
You do indeed see it from your balcony.
Fire reflecting in our cat eyes.
Yes, let them burn.
Jesus Christ.
We will get the cart, brother.
What was ours shall be so once more.
Does Cat Clop survive this? I'm assuming he's not nearby.
Cat Clop is not, like, I've already recused you from the campaign. I'm not going to just wholesale murder you with the explosion, unless you really want to.
Well, I wanted to come back at the end just to help pull the cart. He's just been waiting outside for them.
I hate to say it, I suspect they'll get a horse.
Still come help.
That's right, Nick. You can eat the horse.
You're not gonna know when they... It's a question for later. So... God. Who to do next? Who wants to go? I think that is a natural ending point as Team Khajiit finishes their activities for the evening, unless you all had anything else you wanted to strongly get on with.
Don't believe so myself.
Nope.
Cool. In that case, Arnulf or Yuhnbric, which of you wants to go first?
Arnulf can go first.
Arnulf. You were, I believe, committing murder and framing someone for murder. Arnold. Benji.
I mean, Benji isn't there. I don't mind going.
Sorry, I was consulting about something. Rosie was asking, what's up?
You're going.
Oh, I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know the plan?
I believe vaguely.
I just...
Yes, the plan is currently that, having told Revere the plan, I am going to get that Khajiit who could pass for Revere.
Okay, how are you luring him away?
Well, that was going to be part of my plan. I was either going to knock him out and take him down there at night, or I was going to lure him down there.
I think you might have to lure him.
So, what is this? Is this Khajiit a high-ranking officer, or is it a...
No, he was if you recall,
Recruit.
he was a recruit who came in on the same day as you. Not the same squad, but he was in the same intake batch.
Okay, well, if I could use subterfuge and personality, I could probably tempt him down there. Have I gained any other intel about him other than the fact that he looks like Revere?
It was only a couple of DOS, wasn't it?
2, I believe.
Yeah, not really. He looks like Revere, and he's low enough ranking that he works for your purposes. I don't think you've got much more than that. Maybe his name. His name is Mashir.
Mashir.
That's a good traditional Khajiiti name. The Ma is short for Martin. And there's an unspoken N at the end of Sheer.
For show.
Right, okay, so I'm going to have to try and lure him down there.
Okay, yeah, I'll take personality over subterfuge. I'm going to say it a -10, because I think this is
Difficult.
a bit spooky, and he's probably got official orders or such going against this, or at least just wants to be in bed and you don't outrank him.
That's a fail. 2 degrees. 2 degrees of failure. I could try lucking it, but I probably won't get better. So I failed to look. But I can just fail to lure him down there for the first time. Okay, so if I can fail to lure him down there directly. Okay, so say I fail to lure him down there directly. Can I go and change up his posting in the logbook so that he gets posted to dungeon duty? Specifically where that other guarding Revere's cell.
I suspect they've probably found that someone tampered with the logbook by now and put the room under serious guard. Since the explosion and all.
Yeah. That explosion, I wonder what caused that.
Arguably it should have been under serious guard to begin with, but Skyrim being Skyrim, everyone does leave their secret plans just strewn everywhere.
Okay, so... I think okay, so... Rather than trying to lure him down there by personality... I suppose that would still be personality if I try and persuade him that there's a disturbance in the cells and I need backup.
Yes, I think that's probably along the lines of what you've just tried.
If only I had an ally.
You do, he's just locked up.
Hello.
If I wait for the dead of night, I sneak down there, break Revere out, or rather just wait for one of the guards to, fall asleep for 10 minutes, bust Revere out. We sneak up to this guy's place, knock him out, carry him down to the cells, murder him, take his clothes, murder him, then dress Revere up, and then we set up everything that way.
I don't think you're feasibly going to get someone back down to the cells in the couple of minutes it would take them to wake up from being knocked out, whilst avoiding patrolling guards. Even at night, remember that it's a very high security castle, and they've just had like a major terrorist or a major sabotage operation, basically. So guards are a lot firmer than they were last night.
Okay, right. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it for tonight. Have I got another night before Ulfric arrives, or how long have we got?
Yeah, morning of the next day.
If you
Not
wait long
tomorrow,
enough, you're sure to notice a commotion this evening.
I think that actually happened in the early evening. Yeah. You know what? Roll me luck, Benji. Let's see if that explosion happened before or after your attempt to persuade the guy out failed.
Nope.
No, sadly, the explosion happened before, so you can't really use it for anything.
Okay.
Though it will have lured off some guards. As the Legion is keeping order on the streets right now. I wonder if the 2 guards from before got blown up.
I'm trying to think of how to get Revere out and implement the plan. I could just try luring him again, but I'd need some kind of hook. Any thoughts or input on this from anyone else in the party?
Revere.
He's a Khajiit, right?
He is a Khajiit, yes.
You got any money?
With Skooma. I got plenty of money, but so does he.
Hey,
Both got the
hey.
same signing bonus.
These unfortunate stereotypes.
Might be able to bribe him though, regardless.
He's probably a bit suspicious after the first time, is the thing. Like, come down with me to the spooky dungeons. No. I'll give you candy. No. If you follow the logic chain.
Not something you'd expect. Right, okay.
I've got a different direction you could go. You could try and release Thingy first, and then kill the other Khajiit, claiming he was the escaped prisoner, and then do the swap.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to tell the difference. As far as they're concerned, the Khajiit's
essentially you're saying, break Revere out, sneak back up to this other guy's place, beat him senseless.
Yeah.
And then claim he was the escapee.
Yeah.
So long as we got Callum into a helmet or something, it probably wouldn't not work.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fine.
Okay, fuck it. Let's try that then instead.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
We'll cross many bridges when we come to it. Fuck it, let's fail fast. Right, okay, I'm going to go down and try and break Revere out.
Okay, his hapless childhood bully is still on guard duty. He is also thoroughly asleep in his chair. What do?
Okay, so does this guy have the key? This guy wouldn't have the keys.
He does have the keys, actually. He opened it for you earlier.
Oh my god, he has the keys. Right, I'm going to try and take the keys then without waking him up.
Alright, cool. He's had a very long shift. I would say that is... Was it subterfuge? Is just our all-crime stat?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it was. There's stealth and there's subterfuge, and that's it.
Cool, in that case I will take subterfuge over agility, please, at a plus 20.
That is a pass at 1 degree.
It's a bit touch and go, but you do get the keys away from him. Unlocking the door is a slow process. You're doing your best not to have any of this wrought iron creak, which, obviously, by necessity, it is a good feature of a dungeon if it has creaky-ass doors. Revere waits with bated breath. And then finally you get the door swung open just enough that he'd be able to squeak out without making a sound. What do, folks?
I want to try and...
I'd like to put my finger to my lips and just say, shh, don't speak.
Sorry, say what now?
says Jomo elsewhere. He can't hear over the dramatic ear massage he's receiving.
Just pointing upstairs and trying to beckon Revere to follow me.
I glare, rub my wounded side, and nod.
Yeah, I would. In which case, I would also point at his childhood bully and just do a throat slit motion.
My eyes go wide with glee.
Exactly. But then indicate upstairs first.
How do I make the sign of sort of legion? Or
Like, just go for the cop mechanical.
Does the Imperial Legion have its own sign?
I was trying to go for like a hand sign to be like, is he?
We're throwing up gang signs now, are we?
Yeah.
The Akatosh, right? And what's Akatosh look
I suppose if he's in the Legion, it's a fair assumption that he's pro-Legion rather than Stormcloak. So, yeah, fuck it. Revere would have no problem with this.
Is it a fair assumption? You're literally escaping with a spy in the Imperial Legion. For all you know, half the reason this has been so easy is because the entire residents of Castle Dower are all secret Stormcloaks sneaking around each other.
It's fine.
Okay, it's going to be a bit more difficult on the way up, as you have to get the prisoner not in uniform up there with you, and also 2 people anyway. So I will take a Dex over Stealth roll at a -20 from one of you, whoever's got superior.
Okay, we haven't got us Dex, we've got Agility.
Sorry, Agility then.
My agility is 40.
Mine is 35, my Stealth is Novice, so I'd be 35. I can give you an assist, but...
Yeah, I don't have stealth. So I think you'd be better?
Yeah.
You'd both be 35 or under.
Yeah. Can I spend a stamina point? Because this is quite physical.
If one of you has it trained, can't you assist the other?
Yeah, but he doesn't have it trained.
But do you?
Yes, I have it trained.
Well,
So,
then you can
this
assist me.
is him.
Yeah, but he doesn't he take a doesn't he have a negative because he doesn't have the skill?
He does, it takes a... But then he'd be 35 plus 10, whereas you'd just be 35.
Wouldn't
I
I
thought you
be...
could-
mine's 40.
Yeah, because he's... Oh, sorry, 40... 40 minus 10 down to 30 plus 10, so he'd be 40.
So it just cancels
net.
out.
Okay, yeah, I'll just give Callum an assist then.
Alright, fair enough.
Cool, what was the question you asked, Benji? I've completely blanked.
Could you spend a stamina point for this because it's quite physical?
Ah, there we go. Just having a look.
I only have 1 stamina point left, considering the 2 that you beat out of me.
Yeah, well,
Next, strength or endurance test. I'm going to say it's not really about the physical side of it, it's about, like, dodging guard patrols.
okay, that's
so-
fine. Right. Good luck.
Alright, fair enough, let's go. Boom!
Huzzah!
Yeah, Captain Revere.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
Oh, why didn't I think of rolling a pink Khajiit?
I would like this is the equivalent of someone saying, "Well, you know, Frankenstein's monster didn't have a name; it was just called Frankenstein's monster." The Pink Panther was actually the diamond.
Oh yeah. Still, I'd look like that.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, today I learned.
Yeah, but there was the cartoon, though.
I mean, yeah.
But there was a literal Pink Panther.
It was.
Pink Panther films are great.
I'm just going to say the Pink Panther cartoon is great.
I
Well,
never-
yeah, they're both...
Yeah, I only ever saw the intro to the cartoons, but only ever watched the movies, and I was real disappointed when there wasn't a movie-length Pink Panther.
Oh, that would
It
actually
was,
be
but I
pretty
don't think
good.
it was very good.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I'm vaguely... I vaguely feel that.
I think we're talking more about the ones... I mean, they did do a remake of it, but the ones from, like, the 70s, 80s odd.
Yeah, let's do some pace. Okay. So, the two of you sneak through the chambers and corridors of Castle Dower, dodging guard patrols, avoiding torchlight, weaving this way and that on the way to the barracks of this hapless recruit, who, positioned as he is all the way in the very corner of a fairly disused barracks, he's not totally alone in there. You couldn't messily murder him, but if you can kill him quietly, he slumbers fitfully as the two of you stand over him in the shadows.
You got
Right.
a pillow by any chance?
I was gonna say, well, Revere's got super strong. Like he's very good at punching things, right?
I've got Grappler as well.
That's what I mean. If you can clamp his
Wrestler.
jaws, if you can clamp
Yeah.
his jaws shut, I can just knife him straight under the ribs and into the heart.
Yeah, sure, I'm happy to use my Wrestler level 4 for the first time.
I warned everyone that there would not be much rolled combat. Oh, so what the fuck is wrestler level 4?
4 levels of wrestler.
Yeah, 4 levels of wrestler.
I'm not even seen. Oh, it's a talent. What the fuck does that do?
Makes you really good at wrestling.
Makes me really good at wrestling.
That's not wrestling!
When the character passes a characteristic or skill test made to grapple, restrain, or entangle their opponent, they can choose to take the number of degrees of success that they rolled, or take a number equal to their combat style skill rank.
Jesus, I'm
4.
surprised.
So if I pass it, I immediately get 4.
I'm
I
surprised.
am a real man of Skyrim.
Because you know the fucking the seagull shut meme. You
Yes.
could do that to Catclock with this, which is incredibly funny to me, and I'm not quite sure why. Yeah, cool. Okay. Athletics over skill, please. Athletics over skill.
Excellent.
Athletics over strength.
Athletic over strength, that's 67. Ooh, I'll take the forge off.
Yes.
Or DOS.
The sleeping Khajiit puts up surprising resistance, beginning to thrash almost immediately as he feels your hands clamp around him. But with practiced ease, you restrain him, clamping not just his mouth shut, but his eyes so he can't see you, and kind of pressing down on his windpipe so he can't even get much in the way of muffled screams out.
Turn to Arnold. This is surprisingly easy. such a supple neck.
That is such a horrifying line on so many levels.
Especially when this guy's
Such a ripe neck he's got.
God damn it. Struggling to breathe, and all he can really do is hear things right now.
Oh no. Oh.
Okay, I would like
I'm
to
so sorry
then
for
put.
the guy you're
I
strangling.
would then like to put my sword, or rather my one blade. I suppose I'm using a knife for this rather.
I mean, can I not just strangle him to death at this point?
What's your
Probably.
preference?
I was just thinking that it'll be bloody if you doing the sword way. Like, we could legitimately just strangle him to death and then just throw a cover over him or something.
Stairs in Quartermaster.
Beef top.
And then we could do the rest of them.
No. One step at a time. One step at a time.
But my hands, they're so strong, and their necks are so tiny.
A horrifying sentence has never been said.
These are recruits to the Imperial Legion. If anything, they probably have quite bullish necks, but I feel like you probably like the challenge.
Yes.
And so as you're talking about this, you feel the unfortunate Khajiit cease moving and thrashing. And the time for a decision as to whether Arnulf should kill him or Revere should kill him passes, as Revere accidentally throttles him to death.
Fine.
What do?
Right, we need to get him. Okay, so first things first. We need to get his. Is he wearing his uniform or his uniform close by?
It's probably folded at the foot of his bed.
Okay, I would like to point at it and just, as quietly as I can, direct Revere to put it on.
While you're doing that, can I just lean into the corpse and whisper in its ear, "I'll call you Jomo."
Well, that got fucking dark.
You deserved what you got.
Terrifying.
Right, in any case, just put on the uniform as quickly as you can.
I've never got with strangling why people just don't pretend to play dead earlier.
Because people
Now-
realise it takes a long time to strangle someone.
Yeah,
A lot
panic
of
maybe?
people don't.
And
Easier
the fact
said
that
than done.
you don't lose anything by continuing to strangle someone after they're dead.
I think that's probably a fairly rational way to think of it, though. I think a lot of... Ollie's probably right that you get away with it a lot of the time, but also Callum's right, the panic, you're being strangled.
I feel like, okay, personally, I feel like,
You know what? Sorry, Ollie, I don't think it's right.
yeah, you know what, yeah, pace.
Cool. So as Arnulf, as Revere is whispering sweet, horrible nothings into the freshly made corpse's ear, Arnulf kind of quietly thrusts the
Repeatedly,
uniform with his
Skyrim
face.
for the Nords, Skyrim for the Nords, Skyrim for the Nords.
Oh,
You get to Sovngarde, tell them Revere sent you. Revere eventually does. Do you put this uniform on, or?
I'll put the uniform on with disgust.
We should put it on, that's fine.
Okay, and what do, gents?
Right, we need to move this body. Gotta take it downstairs.
Fair. I think it's going to be the same roll as before. I'm going to tack
But
on
in reversed.
-5 for the corpse.
That's fine. We can do it.
Well, we can, I'll give him the assist.
Can you? Because now if you're caught, you will be caught with a body.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
just say they found the escaped prisoner. Bring
We're,
him back.
we're doing it live. We're rolling luck.
Look,
Yeah,
luck. Better luck. Shit!
that's still bad, but it's not...
As bad.
I could burn the luck.
You cannot. It's one reroll
No,
per.
it's one
Oh,
reroll
yeah.
per... Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
It's
So
okay so far.
you've almost got back down to the dungeons when you see an all too familiar face pop round the corner.
Fucking Tullius and he's got things again.
Swishing around.
It's not Tullius. It's God. What was his name? Morin.
Warren. Or Gowan.
Goran.
Goran. There we go. Yeah.
Gowron.
Goran the Forgettable, as he was known in Markarth. And occasionally, Moron the Forgettable, as he was known in Markarth. Guards! He screams at the top of his lungs, first thing he can do, and then rushes backwards.
That time you had a ballista, right? Same.
What do?
So is he's running away, right?
Yeah, he's screamed guards in the echoey corridor, which will almost certainly have alerted at least a couple of patrols, arguably more. And then
How far away is he from us?
just barely ahead of you. Like, he was coming out of the cells and has, rushed back towards the cells. So you've basically got him cornered.
Right. Okay. Right. Revere, kill him now.
With pleasure. Drop the body. Sprint after.
Okay, I'm going to pick the body up because I need to get this body into the cells as fast as I possibly can.
You'll never escape the wall, Gowan.
You find him in you find him in the cell, doing one thing that might actually screw you over. So I'm going to give you a roll to see if you reach him before he's able to do it. But he's in the cell, slamming the door shut, and very evidently about to lock himself in.
You do have very strong hands.
You might conceivably
And the
punch
stamina.
through iron.
Spend the stamina to get to him
The
first.
one stamina I've left.
If there was, there's one stamina left, but if there was ever a time to spend it, Callum,
I will take
it's now.
athletics over agility at a -20, please.
Athletics over agility. Oh, I get plus 20 anyway, so
So just spend stamina.
let's spend the stamina.
Spend it now.
What do I get for spending stamina again? I
You
forget.
get an-
It'll cost 20 to the roll.
yes, but you can't then re-roll it with luck.
Okay, so we're on 60 then. Launching myself across
that is-
the room.
5 degrees of success. You launch yourself into a flying double-footed kick, and at just about the moment that the door would have slammed shut, propel through the gap, both feet connecting effortlessly with Goran's face. He screams incredibly loudly and goes cracking backwards onto the tiles, the stone tiles of the dungeon floor. His neck lands at an awkward angle, and you hear a sickening crunch that might have been bone, might have just been the cartilage of his nose. He is, at the very least, stunned. What do?
Right, while this is going on, I need to be picking up that body and getting it into that cell.
Yes, we'll do you in a second.
You're
what
not
do?
too familiar, but I'll call you Zanzarim.
I think he's annoyed.
Dare you.
Sorry, yes. What are you doing with him, Callum?
I would like to... Shit, I hadn't actually planned this far. Do I just kill him?
I told you to kill him.
Oh, wasn't that the plan?
If
I
he's
suppose
alive
so.
to talk, then our thing will not work.
That's very true. Have I got my knives on me?
You don't need knives, just kill him.
Oh, I guess strangling takes a bit of time. Fuck it, I'll crush his windpipe.
Break his neck.
I'll break his neck.
You don't have your knives on you. You haven't had the chance to go pick him up yet.
That's fine. I'll try and break his neck then in that case.
All right, yeah, he's stunned. You're very strong. I will say that with your master wrestler perk, you can effortlessly break the neck of the innocent young man just doing his job.
When you say it like that, it sounds so horrible.
He joined the Imperial Legion. He's in the game.
Sorry, what is this all combatants deserve no rights attitude from you? Are you not the one whose whole motivation is being against unilateral killing?
No, when was that?
This has been your entire thing. Admittedly, unilateral killing of you, but still, this hypocrisy. And on your end, so you're wanting to like haul the body. What do you want to do with the body? You want to haul it into the room, into the cell?
Yes, I need to get it into the. I need to get it into the cell as fast as possible.
Okay, cool. Athletics over strength, plus 10. It's only dragging the body. You do need to do it with speed, but still do it.
Yeah.
It's no flying, double-footed dropkick across the room.
That is a pass of 1 degree.
Okay. You can hear boots clattering down the halls towards you. People are rushing your way. However, you do just about manage to get the body into the cell at just about the moment that Revere is finishing up snapping the neck of the guy.
Here's the story. We came down here to check on the prisoner. We found he was being murdered by this guy, and we called for the guards.
Got
You can do a Markarth accent. You're the one who called.
Got it. Murder-suicide.
No, we immediately killed him.
Death by cop.
Not really.
Suicide by cop.
So, that said, I think that's probably a good point to leave on a cliffhanger for you guys. And we'll switch over to, if he's there, Ollie.
He literally just disappeared.
I think he's still around. Ollie.
Ollie?
Okay, Ollie. So you just about had finished in the early evening, right? I mean, technically you started like right in the early morning, but we'll say you wandered around town for a few hours, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hoping to run into the Nearly Nude Nord. You have no evidence that he's in town. I'm just assuming you assume. Partway through the early evening, there is an ear-shattering explosion from towards the docks. And you see a huge plume of fire go up in the sky. And then, reality kind of shivers, and you find yourself about 30 seconds back. Sure enough, 30 seconds from there, the colossal explosion, the mighty plume of fire, and shortly after that, reality kind of shimmers. The next time skip is significantly more dramatic. You find yourself positioned back maybe 2 hours into the very late afternoon. What to do?
Well, my device was meant to stop the time skips.
Oh, I thought you had to fire it at him.
No, it's just meant to stop it. It's meant to be like I said, someone's thrown a literal wrench into the clockwork of time. It just makes it move forward. It makes time ignore anything else.
Fair. I think you've probably still got to get that within some range of him. It's probably not just covering all of those.
I mean, if I have no idea why I'm still moving forward or backwards in time, but it does seem like the time skips are more dramatic now. I guess I can assume my clockwork stuff is working. My time stoppage device is working.
No, I just, like I say, I think you need to get it closer to the guy. It doesn't just have blanket coverage. You have this amazing reality-altering device, but it does still have a range on it.
I mean, in which case, I guess I'm going to start canvassing the city for the guy to see if I can figure out where he is based on if my time skips stop or not. Because I know my fucking science is solid. So it's got to be working.
Look at all these glowing
not
parts.
working, I can't be close to the guy.
Fair. Yes, sorry, for clarity, that's what I'd had you spending most of the evening doing until the dramatic time skips back.
Oh, okay. In which case, yeah, I guess I start trying to triangulate him via time skips.
I don't think that's a thing you can do. I think you'd need to hunt
Yeah,
him
I
down.
suspected it may
Now,
not be.
that said, you do have one very fortunately obvious trait about your quarry.
He's very naked.
He's extremely naked in all circumstances.
I mean, I'm going to start asking around and ask if anyone's seen a very nearly naked Nord.
Yeah, he's actually a kind of bit of a figure through town of late. Like, shows up in people's houses late at night, seems able to talk his way out of almost any trouble with the guards, has ludicrous amounts of money, but no one's quite sure where he's keeping it. Got a Daedric battle axe, that's ludicrously rare. He's recently been seen down in the docks.
To the docks!
You find him picking the plants along the dockside. The ornamental plants. He's about halfway through a mile-long procession. As you stand there eyeing your quarry, a butterfly flickers past him. He snatches it out of the air and stuffs it into his mouth.
Right, okay. Is there any chance I can get a sneak attack on him?
You're going to whack him with the time stick.
No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to whack him around the head with my wrench and then stop him using time as his own personal bitch. I don't actually think I'll be able to win. I mean, this is definitely a situation where I want to win, though, so I'm going to actually see if I can use any of my
I will
alterations.
say you're not much of a fighter, and he is.
Yeah, that's the issue. I mean...
Meta speaking, if we ultimately win, our universe ends.
Yeah, he doesn't know that, though.
Stakes are pretty high on this one.
He's
One day I'd like to see a game like Skyrim where you can clearly see other player characters roaming around. Kind of like, Dark Souls. You know what, actually, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to follow him.
You're just going to stalk him and wait for him to
I'm
reload.
going to stalk that motherfucker.
You see him giving extremely wide berth around the area that blew up 2 hours into the future.
Yeah, I'm just going to follow that guy. And then next time I'm going to stay far enough back, but hopefully I can be hidden. Next time he tries to use his time fucky wucky, I'm a stoppy woppy it.
Okay. I will say he is quite self-absorbed, so I don't think he notices you. I'm not going to make you roll for it. But you've been following him for maybe we'll say 2 and a bit hours. The explosion has just happened in the background, rattling you down to your teeth. You're forced to shut your eyes from the sheer power of the shockwave. And then, as you open them, he is still in front of you, perfectly still, as is everyone. You, in fact, feel not still, but there's like a grey haze, an awkward monochrome layered over your vision. No one else around you seems to be reacting to it. But you can see the nearly nude Nord up ahead, staring up at a fiery, burning white rectangle. This towering inferno of almost infinitesimally thin nothingness, which no one but him seems to be reacting to. He stares at it entranced as shifting blue and black patterns score and swirl over it. What do?
Is he completely distracted? Is he completely unaware of me?
He paused the
Seems to be utterly distracted. To everyone else,
Open the task manager.
you can see like a few people coming up and checking if he's okay. They say a couple of phrases to him, and then he doesn't react, so they just wander off.
Cool.
You're not thinking of the world's ballsiest reverse pickpocket, are you?
No, but now you've said it.
Somebody literally, given he's naked.
I mean, I really don't want to pickpocket a man who's only wearing a loincloth. I feel like
to be strictly fair, infinite inventory works two ways.
No, I don't have anything that lets me pickpocket, I'm afraid. I would... Fuck, I don't even know. On the one hand, if he's completely distracted, I straight up just want to kill him. But if he's completely distracted, can I put my time stoppage device in his inventory?
That's what a reverse pickpocket is.
Okay, in which case, yeah, I'm just going to straight up put my time stoppage device in his inventory.
That is an extremely difficult subterfuge roll, for the record.
Oh, really? Ah, fuck. Okay, you know what then? Do I have any idea what it would appear to him as, in terms of description and title?
What, you're missing texture warning?
I mean, you know what? Fuck it. I don't know. I mean, I can't put it into his inventory because I don't have the subterfuge for it.
You might be able to convince him to just carry it around if you tell him it's a quest item. Obviously, it's a very meta. So here, I need you to take this to the Mages Guilds. You can do it in any amount of time, and when you're done, I'll give you 10 million crowns.
Holy shit, that's a fucking great idea.
The other thing is, if he finds out what it is, will he not just... Well, you have to activate it when he does...
No, it automatically does its thing. It does its thing just whenever. If there's a time stoppage. Yeah, you know what then? I actually...
realise what it's doing, though.
Not necessarily.
Sorry, what is your in-character reason for giving him this thing as a quest item?
I know this man has tried to fuck with time many times, which is a strange sentence to say. If I give him this device, you may not realise what it's doing. It may just stop him from fucking with time, and that's not something I like.
Now, you know damn well that you're metagaming here.
See, like, I can't think of anything apart from whacking him over the head with my wrench.
Which, to be fair, I don't know how well that would necessarily work.
Yeah, like, I got the tools, but what is my tool doing anything right now? Is it showing that he's stopped time?
He's not, like I say, people are still moving around. It only seems to be you and presumably him who see the weird grey filter and the towering sky inferno.
Is the in-universe language literally one-for-one to English?
Depends in what circumstance you're asking, I guess.
Well, if he could get sight of this magical tablet, could he read what the options were? This man may be flicking through.
Ollie can... sorry, not Ollie. Arnulf, Yuhnbric. Yuhnbric can see the, like, giant, fiery, white inferno thing, but he can't make out any actual digits or symbols on it. All he can see is that it's huge, it's roughly square, it looks like the colour of the sun's fire, he can feel its heat burning him down to its core, and from the slight angle it's positioned at, it seems to be two-dimensional.
Okay.
Can I push the guy into the sea?
I'll just walk at him furiously and see if he slips into the sea. Alright, yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just try and push him into the sea. I mean, I know they can swim, but I feel like if he's not swimming, he may just drown, and that gets rid of my issue.
And you have seen him just not responding to people even poking him right in the chest, so...
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to try and push him into the sea. I'm just going to walk into him, just like pretending I'm a fucking block.
People will look very confused around you and may stop and comment, but he doesn't seem to respond to that either. Cool, I will take athletic strength at a +0.
Awesome. Athletic strength. I'm apprentice. Is that a +10 or a +5?
Yes. Yes.
Apprentice is, plus 10.
Plus 10, and that is strength. Cool, 34, so 44 or under. 4 degrees of success.
4 degrees of success. He stands there, only occasionally blinking, not making eye contact with you, as you gradually chest barge march him over the side of the docks and into the... oh god, I forgot the name of the river in Solitude.
Soul.
Sorry?
The River Soul.
Is it?
No, almost certainly not.
It seems appropriate.
The River Trunid.
Really?
No, I just said True Nord fast.
Oh, I see, that makes... well, I've fallen for 2 of 2 possible Carth. It's the Carth River.
But that's not funny or me.
River-illitude.
We're halfway there.
Whoa! In the car.
Even I feel bad about that one.
I was playing a very good game on the weekend, which I swear to God built up one Africa reference for about 10.5 hours. And I don't know whether I'm incredibly mad about that or incredibly impressed.
That's the long con right there.
That's extremely long con. There were whole subplots devoted to this, which were really good narrative subplots. And then you get the thing at the end and go, did you work backwards from this? You bastards. Okay. He falls into the Carth River, the mouth of the Carth River, as it starts to pour into the Sea of Ghosts. And although people exclaim around, they go over to look over the side of the pier, and he's just kind of also swimming there, floating where he was. Where he sat. Was a good try.
It's research, is what it is.
Exactly. It's not a defeat, it's just a setback. The defeat was merely a delay.
Mm-hmm.
Classical Skyrim references for you. Cool. Does anyone have anything urgent they want to get done in the last 3 minutes?
Really?
Up to and including Yuhnbric. But it felt like...
throw something on him? Something that'll make him drown? Like a bucket on his head?
Yeah. You could, wing something at him? It's quite difficult to make someone drown.
I mean, it is if they're actively fighting against it.
It's true, but his body does seem to be on autopilot more than anything else.
A large box I can just place over him and just...
I will say I think people will notice you throwing crates at this man. There's already a number of people who've seen you push this strange weirdo into the ocean.
And strange weirdo though he may be, he is an innocent citizen so far.
Yeah.
Jump wrench first into his head.
Wait, are the mud crabs going at him yet? Does he get chip damage?
No, he's not got mud crabs going at him this close to the... Maybe a slaughterfish.
Can it briefly cut to the Khajiit penthouse where I do a long cat stretch before curling up?
You watch the fires begin to catch in Lower Solitude all around you.
I could set him on fire.
Sorry?
I could have set him on fire, maybe.
Not now he's in the cart, you can't.
No, not now he's in the car, he can't, but I could have set him on fire before, perhaps.
Have half a chance.
I'll kill you, Creed. I fucking will.
Right, it's something I'll think of for next session, I'm sure.
Sounds like it. Okay. Cool. Then I think that's probably a natural stopping point for this session. I have some reminders from next session, please. Anything anyone wants noted down.
Find a way to kill the Nearly Nude Nord.
The Khajiit have won. Retirement. Now.
The Khajiit.
Arnulf and Revere need to keep their story straight.
Sorry, what was the Khajiit one?
The Khajiit have won. Take it easy.
Alright.
Maybe find some new accommodation for when else takes over.
Sorry, what was your one, Benji?
Revere and Arnulf need to keep their stories straight.
There's a body in the hall and a body in the cell.
No,
They
there's
heard
two
shout-
bodies in the cell now.
They were patrolling. They heard shouting. They came down, and the now murdered suspect was killing this prisoner in the cell. We didn't manage to stop him before he killed the prisoner, and in the struggle he died.
Yep. Suicide by cop.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just noting
It's
down.
not a long story, but it's the best we've really got at this point. We're making the best of a bad lot.
Cool. Anything else?
Don't think so.
Okay. I guess probably worth pointing out 1 day left till Ulfric arrives. Cool.
I need
Anyone
to
got-
wrap, guys. Can someone just post the XP amount in the chat, please? And I will catch you lovely people either tomorrow or next week.
Sure. By all.
Yep.
Cool. Any other reminders for next week?
Only a day or so till party time.
Yeah, just put that down.
Party time, all the time. Khajiit Town.
Hell yeah.
Cool. In that case, narrative questions. Is there anything anyone was narratively unsure on in that session? Everyone following the plot.
How in chaos would you consider the city?
I think you've done
Amazingly.
a reasonable job without necessarily going overboard. Have kind of not done great on the few civilian casualties front, but it was an optional parameter. And
Right.
to be fair to Team Khajiit, they have no way of knowing what's going on inside Castle Dower. I think they could theoretically have seen the smoke that billowed out from it, but they spent the entire day inside getting massages and taking baths.
Yeah,
So
worth it.
Any other narrative questions? Yeah. Cool. Feedback. Anything you liked, anything you disliked, anything you'd like to see more of or less of next time?
unless anyone takes it, it's also going to be my highlight, or one of my highlights. But I like the more comical moments, like the guard's eye slits in his helmet narrowed.
I got the image in my head and was thinking, no, this is such a, I can't do, no, fuck it, let's do it. Because I use the goddamn, like, a literal Solitude Guard avatar is still my Slack avatar at work and has been since fucking Skype.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of emotions bound up in specifically the Solitude Guard helmet. But I'm glad it was enjoyed. Any other feedback?
Oh, good on my end.
Yeah, that's fun.
Cool.
It felt like we got more character coverage. Obviously,
World
excluding
building and
poor
the
Nick, who's currently missing action. But the thug thing was good as well, getting everyone in to play thugs.
I
I like the surprise character swaps.
I love surprise character swaps. That Rogue Trader thing where you all play different AdMech parties fighting each other to get to the one artifact that was just a trap the main party had set up is still one of my favourite little... But yeah, I like doing things like that when we get a chance. I didn't have that planned. That was fairly spur of the moment, as you may be able to tell from the complete dearth of content for it. But I think we'll have fun.
It was good. It ended well.
I am glad we got to use a fucking 100. They're so much fun. I wanted to fuck with you more, but then was thinking, well, what is the worst outcome for these guys? It's that they all die. A literal TPK with, not that it was related to their deaths, but rocks fall afterwards, or rocks falling, rather.
Or, rocks blow up, everyone dies.
Yeah, well, exactly. It just so happened that their worst possible outcome was one of the various acceptable and indeed slightly more profitable outcomes for Team Khajiit. Ah, well. Cool. In that case, I will just work out your XP. Talk amongst yourselves for... Oh wait, no, don't talk amongst yourselves. Plot progression. Does anyone feel like they made any significant plot progression this session?
Yeah,
You've
blew up
successfully
that
broken the
thing.
mirror out.
Yeah.
I feel like we all did, to be honest.
Revere got arrested and then quite promptly freed. Old Yuhnbric managed to make his timey-wimey stick. Kind of the meta plot, I guess.
We continued with our ongoing spate of betrayals.
That's alright. Revere's working through his problems. One mech at a time.
The little, really shitty off-brand Arya Stark. Team Khajiit. Cool. Warhouse? That's a totally different word. Fair. Character development. Does anyone feel like they made any significant character development this session? And if so, what?
For me, not amazingly, no. But
I think the guards that
No. You
I
goddamn.
was playing
Old Revere
finally
getting
got
a
the
feel for
grasp
the
of how to count from 3 to 6.
One, that is still an NPC. Two, no, he didn't.
by definition, it was a player character.
No, it was an NPC you were temporarily controlling. That is.
it's also kind of moot because he's dead.
Development.
Yeah,
In
he's
the
also
last
dead.
hours of his life.
He is also dead, and on top of that, I would be so much less angry if he actually had learnt the difference between 3 and 6. Not only did he not know the difference between 3 and 6, but when checked, you did not know the difference between 3 and 6. Which, as someone who control, you're a goddamn programmer.
Yeah, but the machine knows. That's all that matters.
I'm so angry right now.
But also Nazim.
God
Yeah.
damn it! I will kill everyone in this Discord.
Let's put forward Revere for his newfound love of neck hugging.
Neck hugging.
It's a little neck hug.
Fair.
Very, very tight and long.
Any other character development?
Oh, Revere's old school bully finally managed to get his nose back briefly before he died.
It's a goddamn NPC. Scream. Okay. And finally, excellence of roleplay. Does anyone feel like anyone else roleplayed particularly well this session?
I thought Benji did a good job staying undercover with his whole motif of being a little infiltrator, but at the same time, like trying to get the message across in that whole scene was quite well done.
Put the boot in.
He's slowly becoming like a really evil version of Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Archaeologist / spy. Except he works for the evil insurrection. Cool, anything else? No.
I think everyone role-played pretty well, to be honest.
God, I have specifics, I'm afraid.
Folks, 1 through 6.
Do not get goddamn XP for characters.
Deceased
No, XP for characters. You don't, well, no, you would
we
still
still
get XP
play
for deceased characters, but you don't get XP for NPCs.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we role-played idiot henchmen, like, to a T.
He's not wrong.
I
That's
don't
very
know.
true.
Like, I think that when like one of you burnt to death. Well, no, actually, no. None of you burnt to death. I stand corrected. No. Oh no. 5 of you burnt
I
to
happened
death.
to be on fire.
Extremely ironically, the only one who was on fire did not burn to death. His neck was snapped.
Can we just get XP for that sentence?
God. You can remember it for highlights. Cool. Any other roleplay nominations? Yep, fair enough. In that case, I make that out to be 150 experience points for session number 21, penultimate session. 30 points, plot progression, that's Revere got arrested and freed. Yuhnbric made his timey-wimey stick, and Team Khajiit blew up the warehouse. 10 points, character development, Revere discovered a love of neck hugging. 10 points, excellence of roleplay, Arnulf's infiltration, plus your standard 100 general. Which brings us on to everyone's favourite part of the session. It's the point where my lungs finally give out. It's the highlights. Oh no, I've messed my intonation up now. It's the highlights. There we go. The ritual is complete. Benji, do you have any highlights for this session?
Cat cuddle parlour continues unabated.
It was really wholesome how they stood up for Cat Clop right up until the moment they could financially profit from his sale.
Principles.
Deals.
Any other highlights, Benji?
You are now number 5.
Now, number 5. Any other highlights?
Revere begins working through his list.
Don't think you're going to like where that list ends up.
It's therapeutic.
Anything else?
That's all for now.
Cool. Creed, do you have any highlights for that session?
Hands from early on / pre-session, just terrophising.
Oh, yeah. Would that be terrophising or terrophising? I think it was
Terrophising?
Yeah. Any other highlights?
You're a true Nord and a dickhead.
Any other highlights?
Such a supple neck.
Jesus.
Real ripe necky stuff there.
Stop describing physical body parts as ripe, goddammit. Any...
One NPC on fire didn't burn to death. That was because I could get it.
Cool. Anything else?
That's all from me.
Okay. Carl, do you have any highlights for that session?
There's the helmet eye slits narrow.
Anything else?
Yuhnbric. I'm trying to find a good way of putting it. Yuhnbric begins the tech cult.
I don't know if it's necessarily tech, but...
There's a cult of some kind, and they were doing stuff.
Yeah.
He makes it cult at the very least.
Thing is, I don't know if he's in control of it. I think he's just the most advanced case of it.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter, but that's that whole event, ultimately.
Anything else?
Bugger, there was something else, and I didn't write them down this week. I'll bring it up at the end if I can think of it.
Fair. Young Nicholas, do you have any highlights for that session?
I think they've all been taken already, actually.
We've not done any of the guard stuff for the record, if that was any...
Yeah, supple neck, fire stuff. Fire what? Fire. My character not realising, or not caring about the person on fire that he's carrying.
Oh, that was in character.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
dear.
I just thought you were being a bit dim. Okay, now, I'm sorry, but in my defense...
Yeah.
Oh my god, you look so, I'm so sorry. I mean, can you blame me, Nicholas? You couldn't tell the numbers 3 and 5 apart this session.
That was in character as well!
No, that was out of character.
I generally
It was also
never heard
in
what you said
character.
what number was to start with.
It was clarified to...
We all pretty much said our numbers like Pokemon. You can probably figure it out.
I'm sorry, I've completely forgotten what the highlight even was now.
Fire what fire?
Oh, I see. Okay, any other highlights?
Actually, 635.
I'm sorry.
That's how you count to 5, right? 6, 3, 5.
You know what? It's an improvement. Any other highlights in this?
I think that's it.
Cool. Callum, do you have any highlights for that session?
I'm going to go with pre-death luck points.
Yes. Any other highlights?
Additionally, South African thugs.
South African thugs. Anything else?
Revere gets betrayed by literally everyone.
Yeah, I think that one.
Yes. Betrayed.
Sorry, can we put Captain Revere gets betrayed by literally everyone?
Captain, no one.
You know damn well no one cares about the captaincy, do you?
That's Captain betrayed to you.
I've got my own boat now, so I'm a naval captain as well.
First captain of the Stormcloak Navy.
Double captain. Oh.
If everyone betrays you, aren't you just betraying the party?
No, that's not how betrayal works.
It is now.
Captain Admiral Revere
Fucking
demands.
sick gaslighting mind games in from Zanzarin.
Christ.
Alright.
There's nothing wrong.
Any other highlights, Callum?
Oh my god. It's not murder, he's not sentient.
When was that?
It's discussing cat pop.
Yep.
You bastards.
Also, for the record, I'm still gutted that we didn't get a court trial.
Yeah, you had a
Athis-
trial.
Can we get Athis lawyers up?
You had a trial scheduled.
I broke you out of pre-trial detention.
Yeah.
Oh, so Athis is still waiting on the bench outside the room in his suit.
Yeah, if anything, he's going to be implicated in this.
He's
Oh no!
sort of just going through his notes.
Right, I'm going to have to head off to bed anyway, guys. Cheers for the session.
Fair.
See you next week.
So,
Alright.
any other highlights, Callum?
That's it for me.
Cool. Any final highlights from anyone?
I think Daniel.
I think I've got a couple. Which, number one has got to be Revere confessing to masked guards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Can't stop digging.
God, what was my number two? Pushing the Nearly Naked Nord. Looks weird written down abbreviated, so I'm going to have to write that out in full. Nearly Naked, Nearly Nude. Nearly Nude Nord. Cool. I feel like I had others, but I do not recall. And thank you all for a lovely session number 21. Next week, come hell or high water, and more likely, furious time skipping, we will come to the end of the campaign and see exactly how things go.
Ooh. Excellent.
It'll be an interesting time. Including possible dragon breakery, depending on what happens, or maybe just something happening and reality getting deleted. Who knows? That's presumably a thing that happens in
Just
these
a roll of the dice.
all fantasy settings. Does anyone have any final words for the recording?
3, 4, 2,